having laid the foundation, I think, to what is most important for us, women exercise what is not prohibited. By anyone's understanding, what we're going to talk about from here on, I shouldn't say by anyone's understanding, but I think if you are just looking at the Bible, the vast majority of what we're going to talk about from now on is not forbidden. But sometimes we may imply that it's forbidden because we don't do it. Why would we not do some of the things we're going to talk about here unless it was forbidden? So, we got women exercising authority over men outside the church. We know that. We've got the Priscilla thing with Apollos. We've got the non-authoritative office of ministry that we all, or most of us, recognize. It's perfectly fine for a man to sit under a woman who's teaching, speaking, writing. Let's go to this. Okay. Does God calls women to preach, teach, and church plant in church leadership roles where qualified males aren't present? When female church leaders are faithful to God's word, we should rejoice, not criticize. Men should be willing to sit under women when it's under the authority of the elders. These are credible voices. We recognize God has given spiritual gifts to Christian women. We recognize that there is such a thing as mutual submission. It is there, right there in Ephesians 5:21. Submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. Then there is specific call to submission by wives to husbands. On the whole idea of the mutual submission, there is a place for mutual submission, but mutual submission of husband and wife. Do I sometimes submit to Nancy? Well, in the sense of become a servant to her, yes, but that's what love is. The actual working out of love and submission in the home are remarkably similar at times. Have you ever noticed that? What did Christ do because he loved? He served. He came as a servant. What does a woman do when she submits? She serves. So isn't the heart of love and submission, the heart of that is really the servanthood. So there is a serving that men will do of their husbands, and a serving that church leaders should do for the women in the church. But there's also the position of authority that is intended for the male, both in the home and the church. You have 1 Peter 3, where you've got women, submit yourself to your own husbands, to be considerate, to be understanding, to treat them with respect as the weaker partner, as heirs with you of the gracious gift of life, so that nothing will hinder your prayers, meaning it matters in your walk with God.